with us right now. It's Charles Kelly, Hillary Scott, Dave Haywood, Lady Antebellum. Hanging out to chat with us. So, first album, debuted #1 on Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Second album, debuted #1 on Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Third album, debuted #1 Billboard Top 100 Album chart. You must be getting so sick of #1. Are you so sick of it? I mean, oh my gosh. Do you feel the pressure when you come up with an album that it has to debut at #1 and be this huge success? Any of that?
I mean, you definitely, after having, I think, some success, I mean, you want to keep it going for sure. And so we definitely put pressure on ourselves. But I think, you just have to concentrate on the music. And, this record, we made a conscious effort to at least mix it up a little bit and try some new things. A song like Downtown, doesn't sound like anything I think we've done before. And so I think just constantly trying to reinvent, but still stay in our lane, where the fans we feel like they've come to know us by. So,
yeah.
You can't stretch yourself too far.
It's working so
Thank
far.
you.
Very well. Now, Charles and Dave, you guys go way back.
Yeah.
Wrote your first song together when you were 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it about
It
your
was horrible.
relationship? It was bad.
You don't want to hear that one.
Yes.
Remember what it was called?
There was Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem was in the title. Let's just leave it at that. We obviously had a lesson in English lesson that day and decided we were going to.
A Latin lesson.
Yeah, Latin lesson.
What do you think it is about your relationship that has stood the test of time? Because that's a long time.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think it's mutual respect. He's honestly one of the most talented guys I know, whether it's music or business or anything. He's a workaholic like me, and so,
I think that's what we share.
I think that's what we kind of bond over is just, that drive. So.
Right. Now, does one of you do the writing and one of you write the music?
All three of us share
All three of you work together.
It's kind of a collaboration. Usually Dave, sometimes I'll start an idea on guitar, but usually Dave is kind of the brains behind the start of the song, and then Hillary and I come in with vocal melodies, and we all kind of chime in on the lyrics.
So is there a mediator in the bunch? Like, is there one of you that's always the pacifist that just wants to make sure things are smoothed over? Doesn't like confrontation?
I got voted for that one. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good role.
Well, I was a middle child, so growing up, I always had this super dramatic older sister and then a real passive younger brother, so I was always in the middle.
You're the middle child in our.
I know, in age too.
Because I'm the baby.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's right.
Charles is
You're the
oldest.
baby.
Yeah.
So who's the
used to
super
it.
dramatic sister here?
And who's the passive one?
Charles is the super dramatic sister.
Just checking.
Don't steal my toys.
All right, well, we have an entire audience that are huge fans of Lady Antebellum, am I right? But here's what I want to know. Ooh, they love you. I want to know who you are huge fans of. So if I were to take a peek at your iPod right now, what would I find on it? Dave, what's in your iPod?
The new Justin Timberlake record.
You're liking it?
I love that one.
Yeah, not
And
bad, huh? Really
always,
smooth.
yeah. I mean, Keith Urban was a big influence for us, but I also love Keith's music too, so I listen to a lot of him. So.
Okay, Hillary, how about you?
Adele. And Beyonce.
You just discovered her, Adele.
Adele and Beyonce for sure.
Beyonce, what a performer. Beyonce, oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
I think she might be a robot.
I think
How is that possible?
She is just so rehearsed. It's amazing how much, like watching it from our standpoint of knowing what goes into a show, it's like knowing how many months and months of rehearsals she must do for her performances, let alone her tours. She's amazing.
She looks great on the billboard outside too.
Yes, she does. Bikinis,
In the
I know.
square, yeah.
Okay, how about you, Charles? What's in your iPod?
A little bit of everything. I'm loving the new Casey Musgraves record. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of her. She's awesome, new country artist. And I watched the Eagles documentary that just came out, so now I'm like falling back in love with all these old Eagles songs that I used to listen to.
Yeah.
And so I'm just downloading all these records that I haven't listened to in probably 10 to 15 years. So it's been kind of cool to rediscover them again.
I think it's cool when you can rediscover old songs and find a new appreciation for them, right?
It's like when we grew up, we were in cover bands, and you played all these songs, like so many of these songs, like, gosh, if I hear Sweet Home Alabama one more time, it drives me nuts. And so it's fun, though, once you step away from it all and rediscover, like, Led Zeppelin again, and, like, Fleetwood Mac, and all these great songs.
Now, there's a real authenticity I find in the country music world that you don't necessarily find in Hollywood, which is a little bit more contrived, which is why I trust that you'll be honest with me when I ask you this question. Okay, what is your guilty pleasure? It can be a food, it can be fast cars, it could be anything, but what is your guilty pleasure? The thing that you probably wouldn't want to tell an audience of millions. Dave, go.
Oh my gosh.
Can we answer for each other?
Yes!
we can do that.
Yeah, that's even better.
Dave really enjoys watching Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good show.
Charles really loves Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I don't. And, nah, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah. He's a fan.
Hillary, what would be something that you wouldn't want someone to know?
Do you have any crazy cravings right now?
Ice and honey buns.
Oh,
Honey
that
buns.
sounds good.
Yep. I know every single NSYNC song backwards and forwards.
Okay.
Like
That's a
every
good
single
one.
vocal inflection. Like, I mean, yeah. Put me in a competition.
Nice.
You love
Yeah.
you some NSYNC.
I do.
Okay, that was good. I like. See, they were honest. I love it. Well, we're gonna have more great music from Lady Antebellum a little later in the show, but.